Sucks.
Wrong camera.
Welcome to the Mike Davis Show, St. Augustine this evening. We love you guys. You guys are all amazing. My throat is still messed up. It's a little bit better today. I feel much better than I have all week long, but I sound worse today and yesterday than I did Monday and Tuesday when I was bad. So I don't know what you guys are all pointing at.
Boomer.
Boomer sound.
No one heard the
He's
sound.
such a boomer, he couldn't even hear it.
No.
You heard it, right?
I heard it.
I heard it. I'm all the way over here, and I heard it.
Are you okay, Mike?
Honestly, I thought it was just
He's
playing in his
congested.
hearing aids.
Okay.
I just thought he had his hearing aids up.
So
What? Pardon me?
your throat's super congested. The congestion's now up to your ears. You couldn't hear that.
No, I kind of could hear that. I just was ignoring it. Like I ignore everything most of you guys say on this show.
He thought it was me talking, so he was just ignoring it.
I think Mike needs a lozenge.
No, I have
Halls?
some. I
He
brought
has some.
some. I have some with me. Yeah, I made it through the show.
That might be my word origin for bollocks tonight. Lozenge.
Lozenge.
Lozenges.
You heard it here for.
You hear a lot of things here first.
I know it's cold as hail.
You
Yes,
actually
it's cold
do.
as hail.
And I honestly should have picked out 4 reads
just a
before we
southern
started the
accent, you know.
show.
I thought that's what you were doing.
No, I was doing show prep because I thought it was important to do show prep. So,
Oh, no,
yeah.
don't do that.
No, I kind of thought I might need some questions to ask. So I was digging through questions to
Well,
ask.
we all know you need land title.
I got to get land title. So I got land title here.
All right.
I got that one. You got that one.
Cool.
We
You
got
want
to
me
let
to take
that one
one?
go. No. We got this. You can do this one too. All right. Solomon Services is
We
the
got it.
premier place for personal training in St. Augustine. They have all kinds of groups for both adults and youths. They have athletic development for both team and individual sports performance. If you're trying to recover from an injury, they can help you do that safely, get you back on the field or the court in better shape and stronger. They do all of this in their state-of-the-art center with both indoor and outdoor turf areas. No, the outdoor turf is not heated. I just wanted to go over that with you. But all of their coaches are certified through the National Strength and Conditioning Association. Let me rephrase that. It's not heated this time of year. In August, it's really hot, but it's, you just have to wait. But give them a call, 904-461-9945. Solomon Service is the best place to get in shape in town.
Awesome. These neighborhood diners are more than just a place to eat. They are where hospitality blooms and friends gather. Bring your own or make new ones. The coffee is always hot. The smiles are genuine and the food tastes like home. Every meal is a chance to make memories, share stories, and create bonds that last a lifetime. It's not just about the food on the plate, but the community that comes together at the table. Come to see us at Moultrie Creek Diner or Anastasia Diner. Tell them Andy sent you and say, go dogs.
Go
It
dogs.
makes them happy.
The dogs are not playing anymore, though.
No, but you still say go dogs.
Just
It
be
makes them
careful
happy.
about that. Don't make him too mad.
Abear Kresge and Associates is a full-service local CPA firm with a team of skilled professionals dedicated to providing top levels of service in the areas of tax compliance, planning for businesses, individuals, estates, and trusts, audits, reviews, and other accounting services, business valuations, forensic analysis, and litigation support. You can reach them at 904-460-0747 or online at abearkreskecpa.com. Tell them Clemson Tigers rock.
That's right. Land Title of America, whether you realize it or not, when you refinance the sale or purchase of a home, there's a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town title company that doesn't give a crap when you're faced with challenges. Stay local and choose Land Title of America. Just call or text Stephen Collins, 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title, your local title company, insuring America's land one title at a time because
They give a crap.
You guys are coachable. You guys are really coachable.
I love how you've become a composer.
I love it. It's the only one I get to really get excited on. You know, Davey gets excited about everything. It's just a little
Yes.
bit of stuff that gets me excited.
Yeah.
So, yes.
A little
All right.
bit.
I still need to like share the show and do all those kind of things.
Do all that.
Yeah, we need to talk
want me to-
about that. Yeah,
Okay.
let's just fire this up.
All right.
Because I'm trying to see if the algorithms have changed since Mark Zuckerberg.
The Zuck.
Zuckerberg.
The Z-Man.
Whatever. But anyway,
Threads.
there was a great headline today. It's on the show. A guy who said Facebook was not suppressing free speech announces Facebook will stop suppressing free speech.
Yep.
So this is just me tweaking the algorithm and seeing what happens. So if
We'll
we
see.
go to like negative 17 viewers the rest of the show, we'll know they're still suppressing.
Oh, that
free
means,
little
we're,
tweaky tweak.
that means we're up 6.
Nice.
7. We're up 7. Thank you very much.
Bobby, what is this wolf pack of which you speak?
I can tell you this. We were at 9 until you mentioned his name, and we went immediately
Down to
to
4.
4.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying
There's
to tell you.
5 of us in this
Yes,
room.
I know. I'm trying to
So
tell you.
who's not on
Censorship.
out of the 5 of us?
I'm coming here right now. Censorship,
Blake, are
baby.
you on?
Censorship.
Bobby's
Blake's
commenting.
not
So
on.
Blake's not
Blake's
on.
doing his thing. He's over there on OnlyFans.
Blake's doing.
I ain't up all my ideas
Is that why he was breathing heavy over there?
Well, you know.
He ain't got that
Hey,
Hey!
He ain't got that kind of money.
You got your dad's credit card?
Sorry, Blake.
Yeah, he actually does. He has access to it.
Hey, Blake, honestly, have you ever looked at your dad and said, "Oh no, you bought that. That was on your account."
Oh, several times.
to keep myself from having free rev, I'm not going to say.
Yeah,
You're not
plead
going
the
to
fifth.
say.
He pleads
You
the fifth.
plead the 5th.
I plead the
just
fifth.
go ahead and plead guilty because you just
He
did.
has access to my credit card.
You just did.
He actually knows my passwords probably better than I do.
Yeah.
Because basically been the same thing for like the past 20
Please not
20
give
years.
that away. Thank you for that.
Please tell me it's not. Please tell me it's not.
Over
2,
over there.
3,
had
4,
it sound
5, 6,
on-
7, 8, 9.
Pete Rose's number. Date of birth.
Hit King, and then how many hits? 4291, right? Is that what it was?
Oh, jeez.
I know my parents' passwords, but that's because I set up most of their accounts.
Same.
That's the same with Blake.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
And the ones where they make me change it are the
Yeah.
ones that drive me nuts.
Oh, yeah.
So
Lenny's got to change his. You gotta get a new one. Biden rocks isn't gonna carry over after that.
I mean, now he
I'm
literally
going
does.
with the next one. Biden's back because he can
Biden's
skip
back.
a turn and come back when he's 103.
Good
Yeah.
luck with that. He just said
That's
the other
so gonna
day.
happen.
He was going to make it.
I don't even think I was gonna make the next term.
Yeah. And he still
Thanks
thought
for
he
running,
could
Joe.
win, right?
Thanks for running, Joe. I didn't think I was
I
gonna
could
make the
win,
next
but I wasn't
term.
going to make it all 4
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
All right.
Harris,
That's optimistic.
Harris in the background screaming, I knew.
She puts down her
told ya.
toaster.
Oh, gosh. Crazy. There was a scene today. I don't know if you watched any of the Jimmy Carter funeral, but apparently Harris turned and gave 2 ex-presidents the eye for chatting it up. So this will be our first question of the day, kind of warming it up. Which 2 presidents were chatting it up when she looked over her shoulder like, you two better behave
Stank
yourself?
guy.
Yes.
Oh,
It's the most fun to say Obama and Trump.
And that's the answer.
see, I would have said, because Clinton and W are pretty good friends.
They are.
So I would have said probably them because I saw none of it, but it sounds like you guys know what the answer
Yeah,
was.
they were chuckling to each other.
Yeah.
Barack and Donald.
You gotta go to Pete's Facebook.
Obama and Trump.
Obama and Trump. All right, that was an easy layup for all of you
Yeah.
guys because Lenny basically went, oh, Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter.
He jumped ahead because, I mean, I
I didn't know we were scoring already. Are we scoring? I'll take 3 points.
He said it was the first
Yeah, it's
question.
the first question of the day. Oh, Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter.
Horseshack over here. Already he had his sound up.
Horseshack is exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, so Trump started a game this week for me. He started
freedom.
renaming things. So he wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico. Big, beautiful Gulf of America. Love it. I think it's awesome. It's amazing. So the question is, what other items would you tell Trump to rename? What things as we go around the world would you tell Trump? Like you could start with Mount Rushmore, right? Mount Trumpmore. We could just change that right there. We don't even have to put him up there. It'll save us a lot of money just changing the name as opposed to having to carve his face on either side of the 2. One for 45 and one for 47.
I don't think they'd carve his face. I think they just drop one of those big banners now. Just go with,
I'm okay with that because it
just go
saves
with-
us money too.
Just go with that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm okay.
we're-
Trump 45 on one side,
His
Trump
is the only-
47
Gotta be
on the
like
other.
the gold glitter sequin banners.
yes.
His is the only one in color. And
Yes.
he probably
Love
would
it.
bookend it with,
You guys are
45,
getting how this should
45
go.
and 47.
Yeah.
Would that color be orange?
It already is. So the mountain's already orange.
The
So
mountains are- yeah.
they don't have to worry about his skin tone.
We just need the gold. We just need the gold, baby.
Yeah.
So what else do you have?
Well, he's already said that he wants to reverse Obama's decision to rename McKinley back to Denali. He wants to put it back to McKinley.
Yes.
So he's already said that one, but that's not fun. Let's
I'm gonna help everybody with that. It's Mount McKinley at Denali. That's how they do all these fields in sports. It's Mount
It could be
McKinley,
like
out Denali, and there you go. You're done.
Naming rights.
Naming rights. You're good to go.
With 3 of us being over the age of 50, I've always called it McKinley. I never called it Denali.
Well, we didn't know it was
I-
Denali until a
didn't-
couple years ago.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yes.
I never changed.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even notice that one because I never stopped calling it
Calling him
McKinley.
Mount
And I think that's where
Is
Trump's
that,
brain
is that
is.
mountain shaming? I
Yeah.
just have to ask. Is that mountain shaming?
Yeah, don't make fun of people's humps.
They're lovely lady lumps. I'm going to say the Badlands are going to be renamed to the Great Lands.
The Great Lands. Ooh, it's not bad. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
What you got, Mr. Blevins?
I think he's going to change the swamp of Florida to his backyard. I mean, it's just his backyard.
Okay.
Because he didn't drain the swamp like he said, so
No,
he's just going to claim it as his backyard.
He just emboldened them to do more stupid stuff and spend more money. And
Yep.
but gosh darn it, they said challenge accepted. And look
We
what we
got
did.
you.
We got you. Look what we did. Yes.
You think we were a swamp then?
Wait, you just wait, buddy.
Hold on to your makeup.
Yes.
No.
Lenny, what do you
I
got?
hope everybody has hip waders going forward. How does he feel about George Washington? Because Mount Washington could become Mount something else.
No, I
the
think that one's
presidential-
off limits for him.
I think he likes
Yeah, he
Washington.
likes the founding father stuff. So I think that's kind of off limits.
Yeah,
So-
because it'd be a shame to have to scrape all those bumper stickers from my car climbed Mount Washington off of everybody's car.
Well, they just changed Klingman's Dome to something I can't pronounce, but they reverted Klingman's Dome to I think the Cherokee word for the mountaintop.
Okay.
So it's like Hiawatha or something like that. So there's all kinds of renaming stuff. So I have a shirt that I survived Klingman's Dome, and it's now a limited
I can tell you
edition.
this.
There you go.
My walk up Klingman's Dome, it was at the end of the day, at the end of our hike, the last one as we were going into Gatlinburg.
Answer that question.
I had a broken toe, and it was one of the most painful, and it was on just the sidewalk. Klingman goes up, and it was just on the sidewalk going up.
Yeah.
And I think I went to tears going up Klingman's Dome.
I almost didn't make it because I was severely anemic and I was only 2 weeks out from an iron infusion. And so I'm certain I shouldn't have climbed it.
Yeah.
And I had to sit on every bench and I was super red faced, but I was like, all my kids are already up there. I got to get up there. And so I made it, but that's why I got the I Survived shirt.
You were just trying to get the helicopter ride back down.
That would have been fantastic.
That's what you
That
were
would
trying to
have
do.
been pretty cool.
Although going down's not the hard part, it's going.
But there is 2 passes as you're coming off the Appalachian Trail from south to north to Klingman's Dome. And I read the map. I got a 50-50 chance of taking the shortcut.
You
Yeah.
didn't.
No, I didn't.
No.
I missed it. I missed it.
R.I.P. toe.
And the couple ahead of me was just like, "Where you been?" I was like, "I think I should have taken a left at Albuquerque."
Yes.
So they're like, "You went that way? You should have went that way." I was like, "Yeah, now I know this."
Kauohi. It's now Kauohi.
Kauohi.
Kuwoohi.
What if, like, 50 years, 100 years from now, we discover this ancient race that was here before the American Indians, and we discover writings from them, and they had named everything? Are we going to change it back to what they named? I'm just asking, because somebody was here probably before the American Indians, and some guy went by and said, that looks like Waltz. And, I mean, they named everything, just like the American Indians did. You have a name for it, right? That's whatever,
Yeah.
that's Baldy or whatever. And so I'm just wondering if one day we find that, will we change everything or will we just respect that race? I'm
we
just
gonna-
asking.
Oh, I'm
Are we
sure
going to
we'll
hold on
disrespect.
to the name of Grand Tetons? Because I'm sure that's not the Indian name for those mountains.
It might be.
It might be.
It might be. I mean,
It's French.
We're doing states tonight, and it's amazing how many states' names come from Indian words. Did you notice that in your research tonight?
No, I wasn't looking at that. I was looking more about when they came in and who they played nice with.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like the Dakotas and how that got broken up, because all of that area was called the Dakotas, and North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, all those were just the Dakotas. So, and everything got broken out into different things, and I would say probably 60% of our states are named after some type of Indian name. So it could be interesting.
If you can't pronounce it in New York, it's an Indian name.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, Vermont was part of New York, right?
yeah. The Dutch, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Burlington, Vermont was part of it. And then they had basically revolted from New York. So if you would like
Wouldn't
to talk
you?
about states not getting along, they might have been the smartest state ever.
yeah.
Blake, if you were Donald Trump and you're advising him, what would you advise him to change the name of something to?
I know this is more of a stay and stay thing, but I probably wouldn't be surprised if Palm Beach changes its name to Trumpsville.
Trumptown, Trumpville.
Yeah.
Trumpville.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't have anybody have any other ones. I got
Grand
one.
Canyon might be huge ditch.
Huge sticks. Big, beautiful, huge sticks.
Big, beautiful,
Big, beautiful, huge.
There's
sticks.
nothing like it.
Nothing
So
like
close.
it. So I think all of you are short.
Barbara Jean has one.
What has Barbara Jean got?
She wants that. She wants him to revert the Washington Commanders back to the Washington.
That's already
Redskins.
on the way.
That-
They're already.
There are tribes
more.
revolting,
I give
and
it
there
2
are
more
tribes
years.
saying that
Yeah.
they are greatly insulted that they changed the name because the name was in honor of someone in their tribe, and so there's already a movement
It's
to
coming
change
back.
that back. Yeah.
And why it's coming back is it's a marketing bonanza when they bring the Washington Redskin
Yeah,
logo
they can
back, and they're going to sell
sell
stuff.
more
So
jerseys.
it's all about the sales.
It-
It was
it-
just like
it-
calling it New Coke for a
in
couple
Florida,
of weeks.
Florida State was very proactive in that with
Oh,
the
100.
Seminole tribe,
Yes.
and but they do call Osceola a chief, and he was never a chief.
Yeah.
So but
he
they,
is to us.
Yeah,
he
there's, there's 4 schools.
was just a medicine man.
He
He was
is
never
to
a
us.
chief.
Right. There's 4 schools on Long Island that had Indian names as their
Hofstra.
Braves or no, not Hofstra. They're the Dutchmen, believe it or not. And they're not flying either.
Yeah.
That are suing the state of New York to not have to change their names away from their traditional names.
Yeah.
So I think you guys have all undershot the mark a little bit.
Okay.
Donald Trump is always trying to do like the biggest thing and come up with the boldest thing and the best idea. And I think Trump may even have undersold the mark a little bit. We're talking about places on the planet. I think we need to rename the planet. I think we need to rename the planet just America.
Just
Just get rid of the just America.
Lose the A.
Just America. And that way everybody in the middle of the United States, the people that voted for Trump, can all say it's not planet Earth anymore. It's America. And we're the greatest country on the planet, so it should be named after us. I just think America. I think that's what we should say. I think Trump is
we're
completely
paying everybody's
underselling
bills.
this.
We get to
We're
name
already
it.
paying all the bills. We're
Yeah.
already doing all the work. We're fighting all the wars. We're keeping everybody free. We might as well get the credit in the name.
Yeah.
When the aliens show up and go, what's the name of this place? America. That's where the whole
But
planet's America.
isn't Canada America? And
America.
Mexico America?
America.
And
That's what it is.
Brazil's America?
I just think we're
American
missing an
adjacent,
opportunity here.
There's
Yeah.
currently a movement that American doesn't just refer to people in the United States of America, that
That's why they're
American
becoming states.
American is anyone in North and South America. I'm like,
Territories.
except it's
Excuse
not.
me, territories. We said yesterday on the show we would accept Canada only as a territory.
Yeah.
There's too many liberals up there.
Yeah.
Only as a territory.
And
Yeah.
Greenland.
Oh,
Yeah.
There it is.
We got to know.
Hey,
What, I think, Mike, you and I talked about it. Did we figure out what the population of Greenland is?
I think
it's
So-
less than St. John's County, right?
I think
it's
it's like
not.
45,000.
Someone told me 300,000, but I don't believe that because it
Yeah.
came from Troy.
Yeah, no. I threw that number out there as a guess. I never really looked it up.
56,865.
Ah,
56,000?
56,865.
that would be the least
Ah, yeah.
populated state we have.
As of 2023.
The 5 of us can go take that this weekend if we want to.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think we need to take guns. We just need to go explain to
I
them
got
what
a
the benefits
slingshot.
are.
Is
We don't
it
even
a
need
free
that.
trip? I'll go.
I got a slingshot.
We brought our giant to conquer your land. We brought our giant. He's gentle most of the time,
soon as
but
you
don't
stop-
tell him you're not going to be part of
As soon as
America.
you step off the plane, I need a fee 5-0 out of you.
Hilarious. Life expectancy is 71.54 years.
It'll be much greater whenever they're living in America.
What's the literacy level there? It's probably 100%.
I got fertility rate. It's 1.84. Let me see. Literacy.
1 point. Okay, that's not too bad. It's below 2. So there, if we just wait a generation, there'll be less of them.
And Andy's really thinking we swap Greenland for California.
Yeah. Well, that's what a Canadian was asked by Charlie Kirk today, what he thought about Canada becoming a state. And he's like, I don't think y'all want that unless we do a swap out between California and Canada.
Yeah.
There's certain parts of Canada that are probably okay, but there are certain parts. I mean, Trudeau has, between the gun control and the incredible censorship and overreach during COVID, and the things he did to his citizens during COVID, I can't believe he's lasted as long as he did. I mean, I wish he would go home. I wish he would go back home. Cuba needs a dictator.
Is he
Cuba
officially
needs a dictator. He should go home.
So is Raul still the dictator?
I have
I
no
don't think there's a
idea.
Castro in charge anymore.
I thought he was gone too.
I think Raul's gone
Yeah,
too.
I thought he stepped down.
Yeah.
Who's running Cuba?
I don't know.
Literacy.
Nobody.
Trump will be. Trump will be shortly. We'll be getting that back.
I don't know why.
Didn't I
that's
text you
close-
that? Oh, I texted
That's
you that.
That's
It's
close
I'd
enough
rather-
to Canada, right?
I'd rather
Let's
have
get
Cuba.
Cuba.
I'd rather
Yeah,
have
let's
Cuba.
get Cuba
You want
back.
the beaches.
If we're gonna like take over something, let's go someplace where it's nice,
Let's get
where the
Cuba.
weather's good.
Yes.
Who wants to go to Canada or Greenland?
And there's rum.
Miguel
Yeah.
Diaz-Canel became president of the Council of State in April 2018, taking over for Raul Castro.
Is Raul still
Literacy-
alive or not?
I'll check that in a second. Literacy rate in Greenland is 100%.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
100% of Greenlanders over the age of 15 can read.
Greenies.
They will not have
They're
a
greenies.
problem passing.
They are Californians.
They'll not have a problem passing the naturalization test. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
They'll be okay. Unlike Americans, only 36% can pass it. Which is probably about our literacy rate too.
Yeah. Does 100%
That's
speak
impressive,
English
I
of the
think.
57,000? I bet they do.
I'll work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've got, he's 93.
We don't even have to teach them a language.
Yeah. So he's as young as Joe Biden.
93 years
So
old.
he's just like Joe Biden. He's a young man.
Oh, Raul is
Yeah.
93?
He's a young man. He's
I don't think he's passed.
Yeah.
All right. This week, a mutual friend of Troy's and mine and I were talking, and he made a comment comparing Troy and I, and I was like, whoa.
That even makes me say, whoa.
Whoa. I was like, just like, settle down, Tex.
Yeah.
So I said, I don't understand that. I need clarity. So he defined it in probably one of the best ways I've ever heard it defined.
Yeah, you wouldn't tell me what this
I wouldn't
was,
tell
and
you
you
what it
wouldn't tell me
was.
who the friend was.
Yes.
So I'm curious how this plays out.
The comment was the difference between you, Mike, and Troy is I go to Troy for a good time. I go to you for good advice.
That's a great.
I was like,
That's a great way to look at it.
You win. I said you absolutely win. You're on.
That's
you
a
got
great
that.
way to look at it.
Yes. A good time.
And I
good
give
advice.
good advice. I
Yes.
just don't follow my own advice.
I told him
I'm
you,
really good at giving advice.
I told him you were the original good time girl.
Yeah. So doesn't make me. I'll accept
I'm not
that.
judging.
I'll accept that. So, but I do give good advice. I just, I just don't follow my own advice half the time. About 78.
Most of the time,
81%.
you do the exact opposite.
Yeah, 84%.
You're like, I go, I should do that, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I should do that.
That's
but I'm
not as
gonna.
much fun.
No, it's not as much fun. It's not
Fun's
as
more
much.
important to me.
So, is there any better way to describe our relationship other than that?
No, I
think that
completely.
pretty much. Yeah,
I
I'm
think
going to
that's
put it on you the back of your tombstone.
Yeah, no, I think that's between me and you. I think that's 100%
bad.
accurate.
Yes.
So,
On mine is great. Don't let Troy bury me in Chicago.
yeah, I'm not going to bury you in Chicago.
You're just going to
But your
register me to
ashes will
vote.
be there.
Yeah.
No,
That's still getting
you know how hard it
buried.
is to bury and then exhume a body? No, I can put you in a Quaker Oats box.
You have a trust for that already?
Yeah.
So in Greenland, they do teach English in schools.
Of course,
So
in one of these states.
the majority of the population have some knowledge of English, but not all of them are conversational. The primary languages in Greenland are Greenlandic and Danish.
Danish.
Obviously,
Okay.
it's a Danish
Yeah,
territory.
yeah.
I love it.
So,
Like I said this yesterday on the show, if
They're well on their
there is
way.
a process in place for Greenland to ask for independence from the Netherlands. So if the Greenlandic people get together at a family reunion and decide they want to do this, there's a process. So if in 6 months or a year they start that process to become free from Denmark, then they want to be part of the United States. If a year from now they haven't started that process, then they really don't care about it, and that's
Yeah.
the end of it.
so you can't say Netherlands anymore. You have to say Denmark.
Well, the
The-
Netherlands is a different country from Denmark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
The Netherlands
It's
is
Belgium.
is what?
Isn't Belgium different?
I thought
No,
it was,
the
I thought
Netherlands
it was
is
Holland.
its actual
I really
own
thought
country.
it was Holland.
The
Yeah,
Netherlands.
it's ours.
I thought it was
I thought that
Tom
was
Holland.
Denmark.
I thought it was Tom Holland. Isn't that where Spider-Man went when he went too far from home?
No,
Didn't
no.
you just get
the
engaged to
Zendaya, congratulations to them. The Netherlands. The
Way to go,
Netherlands.
way to go, Shark King.
Congrats.
There goes that question today.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn it, another one I would have gotten right.
Right here. Denmark has the Danishes. The Netherlands have Max Verstappen. That's it.
Oh, okay.
What was
All
the
right.
second word you said really quickly? Max and what?
Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen,
The best driver.
the best Formula One driver right now, four-time Formula One
Yeah.
champion.
Okay, for Troy, Denmark's the green one. The Netherlands is the orange one.
Where's
Okay,
Holland?
I'll have to wait until it pops up there.
Where's Holland? I want to see Holland.
Oh, daggone.
Jeff Holland? He retired.
No, his brother Troy. He was a hell of a runner
Great
back
runner.
in the day. A great runner back in
That
the
is
day.
So
tiny.
Denmark,
Yeah.
Denmark is the green.
Yes.
All right. And okay. So where's Belgium?
Belgium.
Yes.
South of the orange stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
Barbara
I
Jean
just-
finally defended me. Thank you, Barbara Jean.
Cicero.
It's taken a
Just
millennium.
no, she just didn't want you to get left there.
I know. Don't leave me in Chicago.
I don't know if that's
Barbara Jean, I love you. Thank you very much.
yeah.
You don't want to mess with Barbara Jean, so don't
let's
touch
see.
my ashes and take them anywhere north.
Don't touch my ashes.
Don't touch my ashes.
Not the first time you said that to me.
Really not. That's the embarrassing thing.
I was moving my safe. I switched out the safes at our house,
Oh,
and I was
What's
moving.
the combination again?
1, 2, 3,
Blake
4.
doesn't know the new one yet. I changed it, so you don't know the combination.
are the
of
baseball
safe.
cards in there?
Yes.
All right, good.
But
That's all that matters.
We
but I
have a
was
very
changing it out. But I found a zip drive,
Yeah.
and it had like 6 of our old shows on the zip drive.
Really?
Yeah. So that might
Does
be.
it have the Johnny Bench show?
No, it doesn't. It
I'm
doesn't have
looking
it.
for that show everywhere. I have a bunch of zip drives,
Uh-huh.
and I just need like some downtime to be able to see if I can find the Johnny Bench show.
Yeah.
Because there were excerpts from the Johnny Bench show that were
Yeah,
awesome.
I had the zip drive was in there, thumb drive was in there, and I was like, I wonder what's on here.
Yeah.
And it was like basically like 5 or 6 of our old shows.
I hope that you looked at it all by yourself when you wondered what was on there, that you didn't have Ty around you or Maeve.
No, I went. I figured if that was in there, that there wasn't going to be any incriminating.
Oh, that's a different thing.
Yeah, that one's a lockbox.
That's a lockbox inside the safe.
Yeah, I know. In a location we don't talk about.
Yes. Okay. All right. We don't want you to give that up.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, that's too much.
Yeah.
Um,
You know the time capsule at the cathedral? Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
It'll be open in 100 years. I won't be here. It'll be a good story.
I don't blame you. Any comments on the fires in LA? I mean, one, it's a devastating thing, but how much of it is a natural event, and how much of the natural event was made worse by some incredibly stupid decisions that LA and California have made over the years? And I don't mean the last few years. I mean a long time.
Well, I mean, these events are always going to happen, and it's a Mother Nature thing. You can't stop Mother Nature, and it's going to take back that. And this is where I get a little upset with the tree huggers, because they're like, "Oh, you're chopping down all the trees." No, we actually have way more trees than we ever had in the history of the world because we put out our fires.
But that's correct.
It used to burn the entire freaking continent, and it would start life over again.
Yep.
And when I say that to the nature people, they get pissed off at me, but it's like that is actually a natural control. And in California, they don't have a lot of the natural controls that we have here in Florida.
Yeah. In the 17 or
So they've
1800s, there
created
was
some of this themselves. I feel terrible for the people that are having to go through this, but some of their regulations have created where they're at right now.
Well, there was a forest fire in, I want to say the 1700s, maybe early 1800s, started in southern Georgia, and it burned south until it got to Daytona Beach.
Mm-hmm.
There was nobody could stop it. I mean, and they didn't really know exactly where it was because it was in some swamps and it was in some other, and it got burning and it kept going, and there was no fire brigade to put it out. It just kept until all of a sudden a storm came along or it burned itself out. So
yeah. No, I mean, like the entire, I mean, they have, ways of digging and stuff like that. Like the entire northwest part of our country completely burned down like 20 times is what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
And everything got all started over again.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And it was an agricultural technique. Amanda and I were talking about this earlier of slash and burn agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
You would burn your fields, clear everything away, and then start over again.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a way of clearing fields.
And you didn't have a tractor, fire was your friend.
There you go. Getting fertilizer back into the ground as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I think there's a lot of mistakes that California government has made. There's emphasis they put on things and priorities that they shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they've ignored this stuff. Do I think this is a horrific event that it would have been difficult
horrible
to plan for 100-mile-an-hour winds and a fire? But they had also been warned for years this could happen. There's a lot of stuff resurfacing where LA firefighters are saying, hey, right fire, right condition, you could burn the whole town to the ground. So, if someone says that, you got to take it for, precaution. At least Floridians, we know to have beer in the cooler during hurricane season just in case, right? We're prepared for this kind of stuff.
Well, Trump was just talking on Rogan right before the election about how there's no water in the reservoirs in California, and it's because of mismanagement and how they're diverting water and the mismanagement of the forests in California. Like, this was just a conversation that Trump was having with Rogan, and Rogan he used to live in California. And so, if Trump knows, then why don't they know?
And that's the whole thing is, you don't have enough water to sustain yourself as a society. You just don't have enough water there.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you say, all right, let's at least do burn breaks? But no, the tree huggers of the world are like, no, we can't do that. We can't, and
we can't impede movement.
But now they've lost more by their own stupidity.
I would like to see a new law in California go in place so that if you're a tree hugger, you're not allowed to have any wood in your new home that got burned down by the fire.
Yeah. So
concrete only.
Help the steel stud business, though.
No, just concrete only. Just a big, loud concrete building. Yes, that's it.
Looks like everything looks like a prison.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, a lot of them like modern architecture, so they'd like that.
And I was just in that area visiting in August. It's a beautiful part of the country. I mean, the weather's perfect, and it's just a really, really cool place. But what a mess. I mean, in the evacuation routes, and at least in Florida, we know which way to go when the hurricane's coming. And if you want to get in a lot of traffic, you wait too long, and you'll get stuck on the interstate. But even Florida said, hey, we reverse all these lanes. We turn the evacuation route, both sides of the highway in one direction only. So there's a lot of stuff that Floridians have learned over the years. Californians, to me, are just way behind. And I'm going to predict that the recovery from this is going to take a long, long time. You're talking about a state that has so many rules and regulations. Gavin Newsom should have said, you're going to need water. We're opening up every spillway we can. We're going to get all the water trucks and we're sending them down. Ron DeSantis, before Milton hit, there was a landfill. I want to say it was in Pinellas County. It might have been Hillsborough County, but they closed at 5:00. And there was a mad dash by everybody to pick up everything that was left over from Helene that hit Tampa pretty hard. And they called DeSantis. They said, they've closed the doors to the landfill. What do we do with all this trash we've been collecting all day long? It's in these trucks. DeSantis told one of the FDLE or sheriff's guys, said, tie a chain to the gate, pull it open. It's open 24 hours a day. We'll worry about fixing the landfill problem later. Put the trash in the landfill where it belongs. That's leadership. Gavin Newsom exhibited none of that. Now, the next thing they got to do is they got to get power back on. They got to get all these poles. They got to get all this stuff done. You're still in a time that there is not enough manufacturing capacity to start dropping transformers all over the place out there. So I'm just telling you, it is going to be months before they get power and everything back on in an area like that. And if there's all kinds of regulations about what kind of power you can put up and what kind of pole you can use and all this other stuff, good luck. Good luck, California.
It's not even the years of mismanagement. The mayor just slashed the fire department budget by $17 million. They sent the LA firefighting equipment. They sent a good portion of it over to Ukraine.
It was
for the
surplus.
Ukrainian.
It was surplus, but it went to the Ukraine. And
But
right now
still,
you could
that
use
means
it.
you don't have the extra material for all of these extra fires. And Gavin Newsom was asked about the water issue, and he was like, oh, local people are going to have to figure that out. You're the freaking governor. Like, what are you talking about? The local people have to figure it out. I mean, yes, they should know. There should be an answer.
Can you imagine Ron DeSantis saying that? The local people will figure it out. No, you're the governor. We elected you
The
to
little
make...
people that do maths, they'll do it.
I don't know. Blake,
But his
any
hair
comments
looks
on this?
fantastic.
Yeah, but we can dig a well in our backyard and hit water. California can't do that.
You don't even need to dig a well. You just need to wait for high tide,
Yeah,
brother.
King's tide. I can throw a fishing line out.
Yeah. So, Blake, comments on all of this?
You definitely don't be in those fish that come up in the water. That's all salt water right there. That's nasty right there.
Yeah, it's stormwater and saltwater fish all together.
Yum.
Probably not the best eating.
There's probably no oil and gas that has dripped on the road either.
This
So, none of that.
tilapia tastes funny.
Be like the three-eyed fish in The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's what a tilapia pretty much is. Right.
I definitely want to say is that it's very unfortunate what's been going on there.
Absolutely.
I definitely do think I definitely think Newsom should resign. The mayor, and especially the mayor of LA, Karen Bass, should resign. It's just been absolutely horrific. I personally don't know if the water reservoir thing that Trump keeps saying, like, oh, California should pump more water, California should pump more water. I don't know if that's really going to work or not. So, but who knows? I definitely, my main concern right now at this point is basically what's going like LA's still going to continue, but definitely like a lot more celebrities are like their houses have been destroyed. Like what's going to happen to them? Like I mean obviously they can live their lives, but now they're going to be leaving. They might think, like, where we're done
They
with
can
California.
go to the state of Canada.
Yeah.
What, they're not going to follow everybody else and move to Texas?
Half of them are
They might-
Canadians
they might-
anyway.
They might go to Georgia. Hey,
No,
Yeah.
they,
All right,
no, they've
so-
always, all of those LA people always threaten about, oh, if he gets in, I'm going to Canada.
Yeah.
Now they can go to the state
hey,
of Canada.
Yeah.
you get to go.
I don't think Canada wants him.
No, of course they don't.
no.
So, a couple of things
They got
on,
their own problem.
on the Karen Bass. When Ted Cruz left Texas
During
during
the
the freeze to go to Mexico on vacation, she trolled him. So that troll is not looking good right now. Right? She put out a 48-hour warning that there could be fires in the next 48 hours, and then got on a plane to Ghana. It didn't happen when she was over there. She put the warning out, got on the plane. So at some point in time, someone says, hey, boss, maybe we shouldn't go. So my thing is, I just want a reporter to do a story of why she thought it was so important to go there. What does LA need more trade with this African country? What was the reason she was going? Did she somehow have a relationship with the
There
president
was
of
no
Ghana?
refund.
I just want to know
If
what
there weren't fire trucks for sale over there, then she's in trouble.
Yeah.
So I just want to know
There was
that.
no refund.
The other
You know how hard it is to get a refund from the airline?
the other colossal idiot that had to eat crow this week was Eric Swalwell, and he's an incredible idiot who betted a Chinese
Very
spy.
gassy.
Very gassy. He was one of the ones with the President Elon Musk. Well, guess who rolls in and says, I'm setting up Starlink so everybody can have
Internet.
and then he says, oh, that's so great. Could you possibly also donate to the poor people who lost their homes? Hey, Eric, that's the fucking job of the government.
Whoa,
If you weren't
there he goes.
wasting money, if you weren't wasting money all over the world, sending it to places it shouldn't be, you'd have all the money you need to rebuild every poor person's house who got burned down.
Yep. And
You're an idiot.
oh, I agree he's an
You're an
idiot.
idiot.
I agree he's an idiot, but I'm just disappointed you didn't let me say the word fuck
No,
before you did.
I was so mad. So mad about
So,
it.
do you guys want to
And
know
I
about
said to myself on
Denmark
this
and the
show, I wonder why.
Netherlands and Belgium? Because I
where's-
can show you.
Where's Belgium?
Yeah, where's
Is it on fire?
Not yet.
I don't care.
All right, so
they-
Belgium's
they
the
got
purple
canals.
one.
Yeah.
Belgium's the purple one.
Now back to purple.
Middle left, lower middle left side Belgium, and then the pink one, that's the Netherlands. Holland is a province of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. So,
Really?
yes.
Not its own
And
country
then-
anymore.
I don't think it ever was. It was a province of the Kingdom of
Where's the little
Netherlands.
boy with his finger in the
Yeah,
diaper?
where all
Where's the
tulips
little
come
boy
I
from?
can
Yeah.
I can read that comes from the Netherlands. It's part of Holland. And then Denmark's up here. It's the middle finger that's pointing up to Sweden and Norway.
All right, so where's Belgium?
Belgium's the purple one.
Oh, okay, it's way down there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then the Netherlands, aka
I
Holland.
completely would fail European geography.
Don't worry, Dad.
I want you to
I
know,
did fail that as
You
well.
barely got a passing grade at American states when we did that. Now, Pete invented some states. And Trump should call Pete to get him to name
To
some of the new
rename some
states in
states,
Canada
yeah.
because Pete did an amazing job of naming states.
the first
North
time
Kansas was a great one.
Wait,
the
what?
first time I took that test, I called Delaware Denmark, and my dad was so annoyed with me, and he was like, Denmark's not even a state. Like, why would you put Denmark? And I was like, there's something rotten in the state of Denmark. And he was like, fair enough.
Well, there was something rotten in the state of Delaware.
There was. We're not allowed to talk about it.
Well, yeah, we can talk about it. He's almost gone.
Okay.
Literally, figuratively, presidentially.
Just let him go.
He's almost gone.
Be a gracious winner and let him go.
I am letting him go.
Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah. I should give you my shirt and change the last year when W was out. I had that 120,
Yes.
whatever it was shirt.
Yeah.
So
I know.
A little Sharpie will
yeah,
fix
Sorry.
that right up.
129.09. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I apologize for my language, but whenever you waste money on a colossal scale and then ask the richest person in the world you've been trolling for years because you don't like his policies,
can I have $1 billion?
and then you ask him for money,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no wonder the Chinese think you were stupid enough to think that woman liked you because you were hot.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't.
Yeah.
Very gassy.
Can you imagine
I know.
writing the
Every
reports?
strip club I went
He's
to-
very gassy. He's
Every
very
strip,
gassy.
every strip club I ever went to,
Yeah.
all those girls love me.
She wasn't a stripper. She was supposed to be a staffer.
She was a spy.
She was a spy.
She was a spy. She was supposed to be one of his staffers.
She was a stripper with
The
a
Chinese
degree.
are some of the best at running the honeypot operation.
I thought they're all working to get their degree. They don't keep stripping after they have their degree. That breaks the whole illusion.
No, that's not how it works. You got to pay off those student loans.
Yeah. I
Blake,
forgot.
do you have any comments on strippers?
He's over there on OnlyFans.
All right, can we just do trivia already?
Dear Chastity.
Dear Precious,
Precious.
help.
Are you out of money already on OnlyFans this month? It's only this night.
I do have a limit on that card.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we're
All
turning
right.
this
Hi,
down. We're
Mr.
doing-
Damon.
Okay.
Everyone got the last question, so
Yeah.
All right. So America just averted another disaster. So today it was announced that
I thought that was on the 20th.
the longshoremen and the United States Maritime Alliance have come to an agreement, and they're going to keep the East Coast ports open. The labor unions credited one person for stepping in and being a huge influence in getting this deal done. Who was that one person?
Donald Trump would be the funniest one, so I'll say that.
I'll go with Elon Musk.
He was my other one.
Well, I'll go with the Secretary of Transportation, but I don't know a Democrat's going to get any play around here. Pete Buttigieg.
Booty jazz.
He's still working?
Mayor Pete.
I thought he was on
He
paternity
barely
leave.
was.
Again, they're having another kid.
I don't know. I'm just bullshitting here.
Come on, he got $2 million. He fined JetBlue $2 million.
Yeah, he's
All right, Blake.
Donald Trump.
The answer is actually Donald J. Trump.
Oh, yeah.
The longshoremen said the deal would not have gotten done without Trump. They actually went to Mar-a-Lago, met with Trump, talked about everything. Trump called the maritime group, right, and helped hash out some things so that they could get it done. And then in typical Trump fashion, defending what the dock workers wanted, which was less automation in the future. I know about automation. I know more about automation than anybody in the world knows about automation. It's not a good thing for the workers. It's very bad for them. It's bad for their wallet, and we're not going to do that.
Wait,
and I was like, this is
for the American people.
for the American people. Yeah,
All right, all
that's
right,
awesome.
all right. So you said Donald J. Trump. Like, so do most people in this room still like? So it's when they say Trump's full name, did they go Donald Trump or did they go Donald J. Trump?
I
Well, in
think it
45, he was
depends.
just Donald Trump. 47, he's Donald J.
I spent too much time with him in New York. He's the Donald.
Oh, old school, baby.
There we go.
Old school.
All right.
That little ego that he has.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. This week,
We're already behind.
and you guys are already behind. Yeah. All right. This week, two universities will face off in the Cotton Bowl, right? These two universities both have DEI programs, okay? The Division of Diversity and Community Engagement, and they have several people. Their budget for both schools combined, Texas and Ohio State, is $9.8 million for their diversity and inclusion programs. How many students' tuition could be paid by the $9.8 million that they're spending on
I really wish I was
offices
going
of this?
fourth on this one.
Uh-huh.
I think I could do the math if I could.
If you had the time.
If I had,
only you
if I
had
had
the
the
time.
time.
Yes.
What were the
This
colleges?
is, Ohio State and Texas. So how many
Blake's over there
students'
doing math.
tuition is working on it? It's a lot of zeros. Don't forget to carry the one.
Each one of them has 9.2 million.
No,
Combined.
9.8 million combined
9.8
to deal
million.
with diversity, equity, and inclusion, rather than just giving out tuitions, payments, full tuition ride to how many students?
Can I use my phone to use my calculator to divide?
No,
I got to do math in my
No, you
head.
gotta do it in your
Forget
head.
I'm toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 45,000.
There's what we're talking. Do you say 9 billion?
9
million.
9 million. 9.8 million.
A million, 45,000.
Million.
State schools, 50K. There's math involved in this. Let's see, 950.
Yeah, you're not doing it very well in your head.
No,
either.
I don't do it very well.
I'm watching numbers above your
I
head.
just do it very well on paper.
Yes.
I don't do it very well on a calculator.
There's a division, a plus,
Y'all
and a
just
sine
keep
sign.
talking and he's getting the answer.
Because we're just talking tuition. We're not talking like
Just talking
expenses.
tuition.
Okay.
Let's see.
We're not talking about clubbing, no.
Okay.
Room and board.
180,000.
180,000.
180,000 students. All right, Blake, you've been doing the math over there. There's a lot of zeros.
Yes.
It's going to take Davey an entire show to erase that.
I said 45,000.
Yeah.
I think you did one.
So what was your last one?
45,000, 180,000,
180,000.
Yeah.
100,000.
100,000. Amanda,
69,000.
69,000. It's a great answer.
I love a theme.
The actual answer is only 1,800 students tuition.
Really?
Yeah.
1,800.
What are they charging these days?
A
Those are
lot of
state
money.
schools.
A lot of money. 1,800.
See, I think that includes expenses for all 4 years.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, that's only 1,800 students.
Only
You still got the
1,800.
point.
Only
Yeah. I still got
Why are
the
you
point, but
complaining?
yeah.
Yeah. And you're would you like to give the point up?
No,
Just
I'm
stop
not
it.
giving the
All
point
right,
back.
You can give it
okay.
to me.
I'm sad with my math, but
Oh, over here you're south your math?
I didn't write anything down. I was doing it in my head. So.
So, Lenny.
Hello, sir.
Which Ivy League college actually has a class
Cornell.
to analyze whether white and black women can be friends?
Flagler College.
Ivy League.
Ivy League. Which Ivy League college,
Yeah, Flagler's not
university,
Yeah.
actually has
I'll go with Cornell just for the alma mater sake of it all.
Cornell?
Ivy League school for Yale.
Yale.
I'm going jolly old Harvard.
And
Don't.
when you asked this question,
Yes. First
the
thing that came to mind.
first thing that came to mind was Brown. Okay.
You are going to hail.
But when you asked it, that's the first thing, and I could not. I could
so
not
wish.
say it.
69,000.
I could not say it.
So you've got Brown.
I don't want to
say
go with
it.
Brown because I think it's Harvard, but I'm going to have to stick with
We're
Brown.
going to stick with Brown.
Yeah.
I wish, just for the sake of the show, that was the right answer.
Just for
because
the
it
meme.
just would make so much fun out of the whole thing. It's actually Yale.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Y. Yay.
I mean, does Yale not
Yeah,
understand
exactly. Big Y.
Big Y is right. Does Yale not
Beautiful
understand
campus,
that
by the way.
people actually become friends with other people regardless of what they look like?
Yeah.
That seems like a self-report. Like,
Oh
we're
my
not friends with
gosh.
anyone that doesn't look like us. So let's study why that is.
Yeah.
That's just,
Well,
I'm
I can tell you,
amazed at that
Brown
one.
University by far has the ugliest baseball uniforms I ever played against. They look like, when you stretch down left field and right field line, they were all stretching and they were like doing the touch and the toes. It looked like 25 turds on the other side
Well,
of the
the
field.
Browns Browns uniforms, tragic
Yeah.
too.
They're orange though.
I know, orange and brown.
Yeah.
That's 'cause
They have some orange.
That's from the Netherlands.
These were dark brown on brown with brown hats.
All right.
It's
Why
a
are they
chocolate
stalling while they're
truffle. It's not a
losing?
turd.
I like the way you think.
Yeah. see?
Okay.
So Yale was the answer.
So we're going to do food questions. Who's up first?
I think Blake.
Blake is up first. Okay.
Yummy.
So these scientists have done a study, right? Every time you eat a hot dog, how many minutes of your life are you losing? Every hot dog you've ever eaten, you've cut
I'm
this
dead
many
tomorrow.
I'm
minutes.
going to tell you right now, I'm in negative numbers. If these scientists have any clue
So
of what's going
How
on.
If they're
many
onto something, I'm
minutes-
dead tomorrow.
I
how
grew up
many
in a
minutes come off
ballpark.
of your life for every hot
of
dog
hazels
I
you've
feel
ever
like
eaten?
we can't ask this question right before Jimmy Jam.
Hot dog. I'm going to say 27 minutes.
27 minutes for everyone.
That's 3 times a cigarette.
I'm saying 6.9.
6.9 for Amanda.
I'm going to go with Pete Rose and go 14.
14. Lenny,
20.
20. Right now, running away with this with 4 points is Blake Blevins. 24 minutes.
Come on.
Wait, what do you say?
27.
27.
Yeah, 27.
But beat me by
I thought
that
he
much.
said 29.
All right, Amanda, for every Diet Coke that you have,
I'm
Every
good on those.
soda. Anytime you have a
Never
soda,
had-
period.
A soda or Diet
How
Coke?
many minutes?
Any soda.
Any soda.
soda?
For every time you drink
Damn,
a soda.
Does
I'm
lemonade
dead
count as
tomorrow.
soda?
Yes.
Okay.
How
Does
many minutes do
lemonade
you
count as
lose?
soda?
Counts as soda.
I'm sticking with 6.9.
Sticking with the answer. Eventually, we're going to get to one of those.
We'll find it.
Pete Rose.
14 again.
See?
All right.
15.
Lenny with 15.
Dang.
He went with Thurman Munson.
6.8.
6.8.
come on.
The actual answer, surprisingly, is 12 minutes, Mr. Blevins.
12 minutes.
12
Don't lean back too
minutes.
far.
By that much again.
12
Death by
minutes.
soda.
You went to the wrong side.
I know.
If you'd gone to 13, lucky 13 would
How
have
long
been
you know
lucky
me? Don't
13.
I always go to the wrong side?
That's
Yes.
my number.
Should have went with David Concepcion.
Yes, you should have. So I just can't believe that. You know,
How
first
do
of
you
all,
know someone for every number?
please
Well,
tell
he's
me.
not the best 13. Dan Marino's the best 13. So
Please tell me
Places out.
that we didn't pay a government agency to come up with that math.
100%
For
we
the
did.
love of God, tell me we
We
didn't pay a
did.
government
Food and
agency.
Drug
Government-
Administration.
The
The
CDC.
government paid to find out what side of their body ants fall on when they're drunk. That was literally a government-funded study.
How do you get that job?
Hold on.
What, to get ants drunk?
Ooh.
I think
No,
I go
just to get paid for that.
Which way you
Save it
go,
for the
Lenny? I think I go left.
universities.
Yeah, you know,
Weirdly
I just
enough,
left.
they all fall on one side. I don't remember which one it was.
I think I
Well,
That's,
What were they
that's one
drinking?
thing I want Doge to get rid of. Stupid government studies like that. Doge, get rid of that.
See, you're a Republican. We love you.
He's already back. He's already backing off of his $2 trillion. He's down to $1 trillion.
All right, 2 men in Texas were part of a ring to steal children's toys.
Ring of Fire.
A ring to steal children's toys.
Different guy.
That's just rude.
They were caught with 400,000 of this one specific child's toy.
Turbo Man doll.
Their name was
Four-
Max and Grinch.
Max and Grinch. Yes, they were.
Yeah,
Texas
me
men.
one.
One was green.
Right.
Uh,
I
My
think
dad.
it's Troy.
Troy.
Okay, you started that one. All right. So they were. What particular
What
toy were they?
particular toy were they stealing?
Blake knows this one.
I don't know this one.
Okay.
I'm being for real.
And it's this year.
This year.
Okay.
And last year. Yeah.
And last
I
year?
wouldn't ask a question from like 1950.
And it's a toy, not necessarily. Okay. I'm
is a
gonna
toy.
just go Barbie.
Barbies.
Legos.
Let go my Lego.
I'm going to say
Not enough fiber in that.
action figures.
Action figures counts.
I'm between a hoverboard and a Switch.
Switch is what you get.
Yeah, that's.
I'll say
with.
That's a Switch.
a Switch.
The actual answer is Legos.
Ooh.
I'm back on the board.
400,000. You have 2 points.
Ooh,
You,
excellent.
you and Amanda are tied at 2.
Dude, the
Troy's
Star
at
Wars
3.
sets are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Legos are here.
That was
Legos.
3 Lego sets.
right.
What's a
Legos
Switch?
have really
It's a
great
little
instructions.
handle. It's like a Playboy. Not a Playboy. A
Whoa,
Game Boy.
I-
Game Boy.
You piqued my interest for a second.
completely different.
Yeah.
All right. So we're talking,
Take that,
Lenny,
switch it.
about land
Both keep your hands busy.
requirements for clean energy. Land requirements for
Okay.
clean energy.
He's got an advantage. He's a
Okay.
Democrat.
So, out of the 3 of these, which one has the smallest footprint? Wind power, solar power, or nuclear power? Which one has the smallest footprint?
Nuclear power.
Blake?
Homer Simpson's number 1 job, nuclear.
Yeah, it's nuclear.
Nuclear.
Right, it is nuclear. I gave you guys a gimme.
The wind power was handled in what was it, Landman? Did you see that part of it?
I did. Now, how many acres, Blake, does it take to set up a nuclear reactor?
28.
You've been watching Homer Simpson for years. So, how big is Springfield?
I mean, it depends on which state it is at the time.
Yep.
I'm going to say 8 acres.
8 acres. Okay. Amanda?
6.9.
Troy?
Do we know the square footage of the building?
We do. Large.
Ipso facto.
It's large. It's a big, large building.
I'm
It's a
gonna,
very
I'm gonna
beautiful
say
building.
it's approximately the size of Treaty Park, which is about 40 acres.
Lenny?
That's a big park. So is this contemporary or the ones that they're going to
Brand
start
new.
using?
Gotta
Do I
be
have to have
brand new.
parking?
No, I'm just saying.
parking?
Yeah, but the brand
If
new
I don't
ones
need
are
parking,
making,
I can take out half the acres.
We can melt the cars.
Okay.
yeah, the brand new ones though they're making smaller to
Just
do
a
the
number of
AI.
acres. Not an explanation, just a number of acres, counselor.
He's stalling.
Yeah.
He's stalling.
I don't even know what
That's
an
a
acre
different-
is. 20.
20. All right. The actual answer, tying Troy Blevins in the lead, 640 acres.
Wow.
640
That's a lot of
acres.
That's big.
No,
That's
it's actually not. Who's up first this time?
Me?
Man.
Amanda? How many acres do you need for a 4,000 megawatt solar farm? You need 640 acres for nuclear to do 1,000 megawatts. To get the same amount of power, right, you need to generate 4,000 megawatts of solar, probably due to batteries and transmission and things like that, right? So how many acres do you need?
Somebody visualize for me what 600 acres would
69
be.
million.
69 million. All right.
That's a lot of acres.
That's a lot of acres.
All right. So you
Greenland
want a
doesn't even have that many
640
acres.
Yeah, what's
The
that?
average, the average golf course is between 200 and 300 acres.
Okay.
So 2 full golf courses would be about 600 acres. Like
Okay.
2 big spread out golf courses would be about 600 acres.
Interesting.
That's your power plant, by the way.
Okay, that's the power.
That's the
plant.
power
That's a
plant.
nuclear.
That's the
Correct.
power
Yeah.
plant.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that gives you a scope of how.
Right.
That's a
So
lot
you
of
need
land.
Your containment fields and
Yeah,
all
that's a
that
lot of
stuff.
land.
Okay.
All right, so solar field. I'm going to go. I'm just going to do a multiplier of 10 and do 6,444.
I was going to go 96, but that's okay.
Okay.
69, 6,000.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Lenny,
I'll go 96.
96,000. Blake,
I don't know.
96,000 or 96 acres.
No, 96,000.
Oh, okay.
A lot of acres.
I'm gonna say what was 12,000 acres.
12,000 acres. All of you are woefully short. Blake is at half of what you need. You need 24,000 acres for a solar farm to generate the same amount of energy, and it has to generate 4,000 megawatts.
I'm not short.
Right? You're not
Yeah,
short
she
at all.
was in the millions.
Yeah, you weren't. You were in the millions.
Hey, but I still got the points though.
She had the U.S. including
Yes,
Canada.
including Canada.
Exactly.
And Greenland.
See, that's why we need Greenland, just to
All
put solar
Americans.
fields.
All
right.
Americans.
So
Don't
how many
forget about-
acres do you need for a wind farm?
Oh, God.
An offshore wind farm needs how many acres to generate 2,800 megawatts, which is the equivalent of a 1,000
I think I go
megawatt
first,
nuclear.
right?
Yeah, so how many acres would you need? 24,000 for solar, 640 acres for nuclear.
69,000.
60.
Yeah, I think it's way more.
Lenny,
50,000.
Blake, the circles in the math
Okay.
haven't helped you. Well, they have. You're in the lead. You have 6 points. So what do you got?
Not from the math questions.
You're so tight.
Thank you. I'm gonna say 212. 212,000.
212,000. All right.
212,000.
Yep.
You're at 6.9 million.
No,
Or
I'm at
69.
69,000 acres.
69,000.
50,000, 212,000.
All right. I'll do I'll owe you 170,000.
The actual answer is 89,000.
So she's 89,000.
No, I did 50,000.
He did 50.
Amanda gets the point.
Amanda
Yeah,
gets
she
the
was
point.
closer.
Amanda kind of jumps in there. So 89,000. The point being
I
is
left
it
you
takes
alone, Lenny.
it would take a tremendous amount of space to actually do green energy. Somebody actually did the math on it, and it would take 90,000 acres to get what you could get.
Is she
out of
allowed to look
640
up how
acres.
many acres there are in the entire state
Yes.
of like Delaware?
Okay.
I was going to do Greenland.
I was
just
gonna
'cause
do-
it's-
right,
I mean,
Greenland.
it's
Well, a lot of them are going to fit in Greenland.
Yes.
But, you know,
Yeah.
Acreage of Delaware.
yeah.
Yes.
Not a lot.
All right. While
Total
she's
acres
doing
of
that,
Delaware.
you can go first on this next one. Biden commuted 37 sentences of the 40 death row inmates.
Mhm.
How many of them declined to accept the commutation of the sentence?
How many declined?
many
the
declined?
commutation?
Because
the
they didn't want
commutation.
to stay in jail forever.
It would affect their appeals process.
Mhm.
If you're convicted of life in prison, you're under one track. If you're convicted for death,
Mhm.
it's a different track and a different review process.
I've got the acreage of the state of Delaware.
Yeah.
It's 1,265,920.
Okay, so lots of wind farms.
That's lots of wind farms right there.
Lots of wind farms. We do 10 at least.
Yeah. Yeah. So just imagine how many fit in Greenland.
Yes.
Um,
A lot. How many out of the 37 said no? I do not-
13.
You have Troy went with the lucky 13. Lenny?
2.
Blake?
2.
Amanda.
They sound confident. I'm going to.
Amanda gets points. Lenny gets point. Blake gets point. The answer was 2 that decided that they did not. So right now, Blake has 7. Amanda, Troy, 5. Lenny, 4. All right. I'm trying to say. I think I got one. I don't know that.
Okay,
I
we got to
to
team up on it.
All right, we're gonna do this one, but this is a
We'll trap
disgusting
him.
one.
Terrible at
We'll
that.
trap him in the middle.
Russell Brand sent a bold message to an OnlyFans star because she tried to set a record sleeping with this number of men in one day. How many men
It's not fair. He follows her.
Wait, how many?
How many
How-
men?
How many is
How many
she
men did
she-
planning on sleeping
No.
with, or
They
how many
actually
did
did.
She did. She slept with this
Okay, it's
number of
100.
men.
Oh wait, no, it's Lenny goes first.
Sorry.
300. And she took the next day off.
101.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're right. I think it was 101.
Just say it.
You doing 101? Okay.
That just say it, get the point.
101.
Amanda, you could have just left in the second place all by yourself, sticking with your initial 100 answer.
100. It was
No,
100.
it was 101. I watched the video. I watched her talk about it.
100.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's wrong.
That's
It's-
what I'll give
it's-
you.
Lily Phillips, how many did she sleep with?
Lily Thomas.
Lily Thomas.
That's how I know.
I have to tell
That's a
you.
lot of information you're giving out over there. Yeah, turn the FC hat around.
No college logo here.
So you keep that.
When,
keep your
when I
job.
read that, I thought that was one of the most disgusting things I'd ever read. I just thought that was awful.
I
But I agree with Russell Brand's comments.
I unfortunately wasn't
so-
one of the guys.
If you're number 1, you're fine. If you're number 98, you got a problem.
I don't even want to be in the neighborhood when that happens.
You might as well be going to Arby's.
gotta be the leadoff
when you're
man.
number 99.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Got to be the leadoff man.
All right, there it is.
Sloppy
Adult
98.
star Lily Phillips, 23, gained attention after sleeping with 101 men in one day for an OnlyFans challenge.
23. Oof.
Same age as me.
You know, I've done a
Future
lot
ahead
of
of
things
her.
I regretted, but I didn't do that at 23.
Some stuff says somehow she's making more money than me, so good.
I don't think it's about the money.
She set
No.
a new goal.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, please.
After crying, talking about it for the man who made the documentary, she set a new goal right after, all bubbly. She wants to sleep with 1,000 in a single day.
Oh my!
How is there enough time in the day?
Why is there even a
She
thought
only
of doing
the
that?
101. So I watched a lot of videos on this because it was like super
Oh, you
gross.
did.
I didn't watch the
Did you pay for
video.
the videos, or
I
did
watched
you just
a lot
watch
of
the video?
commentary talking about what she did
The
and
documentary.
the documentary filmmaker. So she only gave them like, I think it was 3 to 5 minutes. So she afterwards,
that's 2
she's
minutes more
talking
than I
to the
need.
man and she's like, well, you know, the only thing I feel bad about is that I don't know if I gave everyone a good enough time. And like some guys guilted her because they didn't complete
Finish.
the act in
Well, that's on them.
in the allotted time, and they're like, "You shorted me." So
Yeah,
There's
that's what it's about.
There's so much disgusting in that it isn't. I don't even know where to go with that. Right? That's
what's
just
gross is that the documentary filmmaker walks in with his cameraman into the room. It was an Airbnb, so think about that the next time you book.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
they were not happy
It
there.
was an
Bring your
Airbnb.
ultraviolet light.
They walk into the room to see the aftermath, and it's disgusting. The cameraman started gagging and almost threw up in the room. It's gross. Because they weren't using a trash can. They were just throwing the prophylactics everywhere and the tissues everywhere. It was gross.
all right. Let's end this show on a much higher note.
Okay.
I don't know.
You
if I
asked this
You
question.
started it.
You
asked
started
this
this.
And
question.
you're the one that had the wrong answer.
I was trying to.
I
be
know how many
nice to
acres
the
are in
young lady.
Greenland.
How many acres are in Greenland?
Hi, Dorothy.
537,500,000.
That's a lot of
That's a
windmills.
lot.
We
We
need
need
A
that
lot
place.
of windmills.
So somewhere during my early morning look at Instagram, there was a woman reading insults. She had top 10 insults. I will send it to you later. I didn't send it to you earlier, but one of the best insults was you only have 2 brain cells, one that's keeping you alive and the other one that's trying to assassinate the one that's keeping you alive. And the other one was
pretty
the room lightens up every time you're absent. It's like, I'll send you the other 8. So,
Great.
but those are the two that I remember. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Tune in to Bollocks, which is tonight. You guys are talking about what?
We're talking about states and how they became states and the origin of some of those, the stories behind them.
Okay. Do you know anything about states?
I do know about some states, but Amanda, keep the camera on me. There's your thumbnail.
Thank you for the thumbnail. Help everyone smile for the camera. We're going around the room.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.